Hello, everyone. This is Fact Uncensored with Pat and Ella. Here we'll bring you thought provoking discussions and memories that matter. But of course, there's no Ella without Pat. Hey,
I know,
girl.
right?
How you doing?
Hi.
All right. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at a story that arose a bit of a controversy. For clarity, I'll just read this. All right. It goes. A lady called off her engagement few weeks to the wedding after the necessary arrangement has been made. Halls has been paid for,
Ooh.
celebrity DJs, MCs booked, designer wedding dress bought. And she woke up one morning and decided, no, I can't go ahead with this. Her reasons being, I think I'm getting married for the wrong reasons. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
People are tagging her narcissist and demonic. What do you think?
Okay. First of all, we don't know the wrong reasons that she said she was.
She
not
may
going.
have,
Just call up,
exactly.
and few weeks to your wedding, girl. What are you thinking? The whole has been paid. Everything has been paid. The MC have been paid. Your ashwebi.
Everything.
What
has been
wrong
paid for.
reasons? What wrong reasons is it that will not make you to just go ahead to do with the wedding? But then again, I'm not going to land here because they said when you see a red flag, you run. Maybe at the end of, maybe towards the wedding, a few weeks to the wedding, that's when he now showed her something that she didn't notice. That's how I feel.
Okay, so you're saying she did the right thing by scampering.
Sometimes, yes.
A broken relationship is better than a broken marriage.
Yes,
I
true.
subscribe to that.
True.
People get married and divorce after 50, 40, 30 years. People also marry and divorce after 2 to 3 months.
True.
There must have been things she
she has
saw that she couldn't bear that made her quit at this point. I understand that it is a lot to take in. It might not really mean much for her, but it is a lot for her partner because this is a relationship they've built, right? So he must have invested in this relationship emotionally, physically, and otherwise for them to have come to the point of planning a wedding. I feel, in as much as it's a whole lot to take in for the man, right? It is better for him. Nobody will tag him a divorcee.
No.
Nobody will tag him
nobody
that.
will do that.
Exactly. Let him take his time, go to therapy if possible. Over time he will get over it.
True.
I don't encourage people being in a marriage that you're not happy or your reasons for being in that marriage is not right. Probably you just want to marry because of peer pressure or you want to marry for marriage sake. That's not ideal.
Then talking about the emotional part, things that has been invested in the relationship, sometimes we don't really know what happened. We don't know what
Behind
happened.
closed doors, of course we don't.
For her, it might be the other way around. Maybe it's a man that just decided to call off the wedding because maybe he has seen something, or maybe he realized that this is not my.
No, but according to the story, she did.
But now she did. And people are calling her names. We are not in the relationship. We don't know what is happening. We don't know what she might have seen.
No, what they're saying
maybe it's a monster, or maybe there is something about him that she later saw.
I guess the argument is, this is the essence of courtship, right? Is it that this is somebody you just met and decided to get married to, or you've not been in a prolonged relationship with him? If you have, you should have been able to notice these things beforehand. You should have been able to, tell him, I don't think this wedding would hold, or I don't think I have in mind to marry. But, decisions, things can just happen spontaneously. While you're in a relationship, sometimes it happens to us. You might just find yourself in a dilemma. You don't even know if you're here or there. A lot of things will be going on in your head. You will be trying to process a lot of things.
True.
And at some point, if it is somebody who is not that strong, because I take it from me, it takes a lot to be in marriage. Successful marriages, it takes a lot to build it.
Discipline, love, care.
Name it, being there for each other, commitment. So it's not everybody that has the ability to provide all of this. Maybe she has thought it through and she's like, I can't deal, oh. But man, I'm just telling you, you will get over it. It is better at this point it happens.
I will say this again. I feel this particular person didn't show her those signs until towards the wedding.
Okay.
And then again, it might be that she has seen it, but why would you decide to just call off the wedding when all these things have been paid? Because I believe when people are calling her these names is because they believe, why now?
Why now, of course, why now? 2 weeks.
Yes,
it says
2 weeks.
2 weeks to the wedding.
I know that sometimes relationship, people are not perfect. There are things that you will just see and you'll be like, okay, I can take it. Even if I marry him, I can change him. Or I can change him. And that is very, very wrong
narrative.
When you say you are going to change somebody. Once you are seeing something that you feel you cannot take, I feel the better for you to just say, okay, I am leaving this now before we even start saying, okay, we are going to stay together forever. So it's actually it's something that people need to think about it. If money is involved like that, it's too much.
I mean, money is obviously involved.
Yes,
because
it's too much.
Their halls have
time,
been paid for.
Emotions, everything, family, everything is involved. Then all of a sudden somebody is saying, I'm calling off the wedding. It's actually painful because even if the guy is a demon.
I understand this pain is painful. I understand that perspective. But we always preach peace. We always preach self-love. We always preach self-awareness. What if she's doing this for herself and not for anything, and not for the man? Yes, I understand you were in a relationship with somebody. You don't do things. Are involved. Of course, you have to consider your partner.
They have paid for your bride price. So
okay. So my question is, would it have been better she gets married to the man and loses her sanity?
I'm not saying marry the man and lose your sanity. My point is, if you have noticed these things before all this spending have started, you would have just said, okay, if you notice wrong reasons, you are not marrying him because of wrong reasons. The wrong reasons just started a few weeks to your marriage.
But of course, now what happens? We see people who are few months married and they divorce.
Yes.
So what do you make out of that? What that means is, there is something this person was hiding from me. So now we're married and this person decides to show it up and oh my goodness, I can't take this. It boils down to what you can take. I mean, it is a marriage. You have to play your part, meet yourself halfway. You don't just think about yourself alone. But there is a limit to what a human can take. Yes. And that brings me to self-aware. You knowing yourself, you know what you can take or not. I understand the timing is wrong.
The timing is very wrong.
Yes, we're looking at the timing. But trust me, it benefits both. It benefits them both.
Before they will marry and they will divorce.
Exactly. I mean, so...
when it comes to mental health, I try to protect it. If you are giving me headache, before we even reach 2 weeks or 1 year, I already know that this person is like this. Come on, we all have our criteria, what we need in a man or what a man needs in a woman. So if all these things you are putting it together and all of a sudden you just decide that, okay, I can't take it anymore, then that is a problem. But then again, mental health is very important. You need to protect your mental health.
Very, very important.
We don't know what the man or the person, the man in particular, did to her that she decided to call off the wedding after all this money have been spent. Because that's my own part, because you should have not allow him to say, okay, no, I'm not doing this thing, or just leave, save your money. I am not doing this thing. I'm not interested. That would have saved up
a lot of stress.
Yes, because imagine people calling names, saying narcissists, saying all
she's
these
the
things.
Money, she's the money,
she's the it might not be the point. The point is, do people even care how she's thinking or how she's living mentally?
Exactly. I understand your point.
No.
Perfect. And I kind of agree with you. Yes. In as much as we have to look out for our partner.
Yes.
At the end of the day, you have to look out for yourself first.
Yes.
A healthy mind.
If you die, the person will
if your mind is healthy, that is when you can project healthiness to people around you, right?
True.
So
It's a what one thing that I'm going to say in this is that relationship that two people agree to be together and they say, okay, we are going to marry. It's a decision. It's a very critical decision. And if these two decide to say, okay, we are going to marry, the man should, if the man too should know that, okay, this woman, I shouldn't be doing this kind of thing.
But
do you understand?
anyways, we don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened.
But she just said she felt she's getting married
for the wrong
reason.
Why maybe
I wonder what that can be.
Do you know what I was thinking? I said, why maybe if the guy has money and then later on there's no money again?
It could be anything.
Do you understand?
It could be anything.
Or maybe she just feel, okay, this person, we already, we are supposed to travel abroad. There's prospect, and I notice, okay, there's nothing again. So why will I marry him? That material reasons.
It might just be it might just be herself. Like I said, yes. This is where you have to know yourself. All right, everyone. This is where we draw the curtain on today's episode of Facts Uncensored. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Till I see you again, my name is Ella. Bye for now.